Hi, I'm Dana Leeds, the creator of the Leeds Method. I recently shared a video where I showed you how AI could help you create the Leeds Method, but I got a fantastic question yesterday. At Four Walls Photo asked, can you import a table you have already created but not sorted and grouped? I've only just got to where I'm successfully using AI in the Leeds Method, and it's amazing. And I hadn't considered, well, what if you've already created that table, but you're not sure why you have more than 4 clusters? You're not sure which ones you should combine or even if you should be combining them. And so stay tuned because I'm going to show you how you can use AI to help you with the Leeds Method you've already created. So I decided to start with a spreadsheet I'd already created, and the names are privatized. There's no last names. And I know that AI works best if you start with smaller chunks. I'm doing columns A through G. I'm leaving H out since the key person with the asterisk is not on the page. And just to make it a little simpler to see how it does. And I dropped it at Steffi. So she's the last one at 111. There's more matches down below, but I didn't want to get too crazy. And I just used Snagit, which I'm using to record this. I used it to take a screenshot of this, but you could do any kind of screen capture. And now I'm going to attach it to Claude. So I'm at Claude.ai/new. I'm now at Claude.ai, and I've already attached right here this add content. I had saved this screenshot that I made, or I captured an image in Snagit, and now I've attached it right here. And so I'm going to ask it to recreate this. And I'll be honest, this is the third time I'm doing it. The first time it went beautifully. I didn't find any mistakes. The second time I found quite a few mistakes. So let's see what happens. I'm going to say recreate. This is a Leeds Method table. Please carefully recreate it. Label the columns by the color names and use colored dots instead of the cells of color. So fingers crossed, and let's see. But even when it makes mistakes, we're continuing to learn what AI can and cannot do. So this is going to be done in an artifact. So when Claude does something on the right side and you're seeing the process and seeing what happens, that's called an artifact. And I have a video I did several months ago, and I will put a link to it. But I just want you to remember how AI is a conversation. So even when it makes mistakes, we're still learning things, we're still exploring, and it is a back and forth. It's as if you had an assistant or a friend and you're sitting there asking them to help you, and maybe you ask them to recreate this chart somehow, and they make some mistakes. And so you don't say, well, AI can't do this. You start making some corrections. So I already see at least one correction, but let's see. So I'm just going to eyeball this. It says blue, green. If I look over here, blue, green, red, red, and then a green, yellow. Blue, green, red, red, and a green, yellow. But Janice is only red. And I'm going to say make the following corrections. And I hope there aren't many following corrections. And this is where the first time did fantastic, and then I had some problems. Okay, 3 blues and 2 purples. That's right. Then it goes green, red, green, with a yellow, green, red, green, but GH should only have red. GH is only red. And then we have the green, yellow. Then it should go blue, green, red, red, blue, green, red, red, green, 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 green with a yellow. Good. And then 2 blues. Good. Except for Timothy should only be blue. Timothy is only blue. And then we've got some extra purples. So Nick should only be red. Nick is only red. After Timothy, Nick is only red, and then we have a purple, and Sean should only be purple. Sean is only purple. And then we should have Barbara. We could also come in for a second. Barbara, it should go green, red, green, purple. Green, red, green, purple. Barbara S should only be green. Barbara S is only green. We're getting there. This isn't too bad. Let's see. Then we went purple, red, blue, red, blue. Purple, red, blue, red, blue. Then green, green, red, green, green, red. Kim should only be red. Kim is only red. And then we have blue, purple, green. Okay, green, green, red. Kim is only red. And then Janice is only blue. Janice is only blue. There's some mistakes down here at the bottom. Blue. And then it should only be purple. S is only purple. And then DTB is green and yellow. But there should not be RS is not yellow. Okay. If it makes those corrections, then we should be good to go. So every time it gives you a different version and it makes those corrections, we're going to just kind of spot check it. We're going to just kind of spot check at the very bottom and assume things are right, because mainly the purpose is to see if this can be pretty accurate. We've got the yellows, the green, purple, blue, red, green, green. That looks great. And to see if it can figure out how to consolidate some of these colors, if we should even be consolidating. So we have 5 colors right now: blue, green, red, purple, yellow. And before I even ask AI to do it, I want to go through it myself. And so my rule of thumb is if most of the people in one color are also in another, you can combine or consolidate them, meaning those 2 groups, because they have so many people in common, are probably from the same part of your tree. So if you can combine them, that just means they're from that part of your tree. And so that's what I usually do. And so as I look, like this is only blue, only green, red, red, yellow. There we've got a green, yellow. There we've got a green, yellow, green, yellow, green, yellow. So of the yellow people, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yellow people, and 4 of them are green. So I would probably combine those. And then of the purple and blue, we have, let's see, we have 5 purple, and 3 of them are also blue. There's 1, 2, these 2 are not, and this one, oh, that one's not either. It's only 2 of 5, so I probably would not combine these. Now, I did not show you the 6th group, or I did not give it to AI. Now, I've decided to go ahead and just tell it about that 6th cluster, so it makes the combinations. I would love to get this to 4 clusters. And so we have, let's add another column, orange. And I could have done this as one step, but we're going to do color DCG David M. Let's make sure they have these names correct. Yep, David M. And it doesn't matter that I mistype that. B, Ode, and Janice, orange. So we should have 4 orange people. And then we're going to see how it can combine those. Make suggestions. You know what it did? It deleted the colors they already were. So go back. They already had a color and we still want those. We just want to add orange too. I hope you're enjoying that. I have to talk with it. I have to think it through. I have to look and see what it responds, and that this is not just totally perfect. So there, the orange there, and then we should have David M, and Beode, and Janice. So we're great. Now I'm going to say, when doing the Leeds method, and I will put this down below in something where you can copy and paste it into your own chatbot, your own Claude. When doing the Leeds method, when most of the people in one color are also in another, we can combine or consolidate them. Please analyze and let me know if there are colors we could combine. So let's see what it does. Scrolling to the bottom, it says blue has overlap with orange and orange has overlap with blue. Based on this analysis, orange completely overlaps with blue. All 4 orange matches are blue. 1, 2, 3. That is correct, because again, there was a chart down below, so we definitely want to combine them. And then no other color shows significant overlap. It did not do a good job. What about green and yellow? I apologize for overlooking. There's significant overlap. 4 of 5 yellow matches are also in green. Only Steffi is exclusively yellow. That's correct. I'm really disappointed because yesterday it was so beautiful. Let's combine blue, orange, and green, yellow. Keep just blue and green as the colors you mark them. This is not the best English either, but sometimes it gives me the 2 dots and I really don't want to do that. So let's have it finish that and then we'll sort real quick. But now we are down to those 4 color clusters. And I'm going to spot check something really quick. So we combined blue and orange. We have 2 people, Sarah and Bly, who are still blue and purple. Now, I know these are younger first cousins once removed of this test taker, and they are related to 2 grandparents because they're a first cousin to this person. And so they would share, like, this is on the maternal side, I believe. And so they would share both grandma, the maternal grandmother and grandfather. So that makes sense. And the rest, we have 1 color for each person. And it looks great. And now I'm just going to say, please sort by color and let it finish that. And we'll have this beautiful end chart. And then I'm going to show you briefly what it did yesterday when I tried it, because it shows you, again, the promise of what it can do. And things will keep improving. And I know this wasn't perfect. I still would love for you to give it a try and let me know how it goes. And you can see these beautiful charts here. That's interesting. We've got Sarah and Bly here and Sarah and Bly there. That makes sense. That's fine. That's just not how we do it, but I would have just had them on there once. I could say each person should only be on the chart once. And let's just see what it does. Again, there's so much just experimentation, and I'm having a lot of fun. I hope you're enjoying, again, learning. Oh man, I don't think it's going to do it right. Well, it's got Sarah and Bly, but it lost their purple color. So not perfect, but it's great. So let's switch over to what I had done earlier. And again, if you want to go back to a previous version, like this version works better, you can do that. Or let me show you one more thing. If we come back up here to where I did this is when I first asked it to combine, and it ended up giving 2 dots to some people. I said combine, just keep blue and green. And it did. I can click on this to see which one that was. That looks good. It was when I sorted. Please sort by color. I can say edit, and I could change, and I could say list each person only once. And on all the AIs, you can go back and edit previous prompts, and it will go back in time and start where you were right there. And so it should open up that artifact again on the right. Well, that's an interesting way to do it too. But again, we don't have Sarah and Bly on there, as they just put Sarah and Bly as blue and not purple. Anyway, let me switch to what I did yesterday. Okay, this is what I did yesterday. I gave them the chart, and that time I had not asked any color dots. I just said, this is a Leeds Method chart. Please analyze it. Are there any clusters I should combine? Now, one thing it was doing that I didn't really care for, it thought that it should go paternal grandfather, paternal grandmother, maternal grandfather, maternal grandmother, and then it wasn't sure what to do with the others, which is just not how the Leeds Method works. You're not going to, it could happen, but these do not appear in any certain order. And so then I said, can you recreate the table? And that's this right here. And then I said, can you use colored dots in the cells instead of asterisks? And again, I can come down here to version to see that, or I can click here to show you what happened at this point. And this chart works so much better. You can see here, scrolling down, let's see if Marilyn's supposed to have 2 dots. Yes, she is. So this one worked great. We've got Sarah and Bly with the 2 dots. Everybody else was having 1 dot. And we scroll down. I said, in the Leeds method, when most of the people in one color cluster are also in another, it is suggested you consolidate them. Are there any clusters we should consolidate? And here it did say blue and orange, there's a notable overlap, green and yellow, there's some overlap. Out of 4 yellow dots, 3 appear along green, and the fourth, Steffi, appears alone. Recommendation, consider consolidating. It said purple, there's nothing really to do, not enough to there's not enough to suggest consolidation. Red is distinct with no consistent overlap. So here are the suggestions. So I said, please consolidate blue-orange, making it just blue, and green-yellow, making it just green. I could click here to show you, or down here. And it has now consolidated those. And we have 4 color clusters at this point. And again, this was just so much better. I said, great, though the colors are random and there's no way to tell from this table which is paternal versus maternal. I was trying to teach it. And then I said, please sort by color. And it sorted by color. And this time it did it exactly how I wanted. So this was my first experience last night, and it was fantastic. Today's was a little more rough, but again, it's just an amazing tool. And I hope you'll give it a try. I hope you'll test things. I hope you'll ask me questions or make comments and encourage me to try some other things out. If you've enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up and follow me below. And I will continue to bring you content about genealogy and DNA and AI. Hope you have a great day. Thank you.